movement on the internet that's trying to convince single mothers that since they had a child, they're less valuable and they should settle for bull. And let me tell you something. Just because you're a single mom don't mean you need to settle. What it means is you can't afford to settle.
What's so crazy is all that spitting and all the exaggeration movements and all that wildness, and you still ain't say nothing, kid. Think about what you're telling women, right? You're right. No one should settle, but she shouldn't have settled for the man she had a child with, but she did. What's going on, YouTube? Today I want to talk about single motherhood in the Black community. Not just the Black community, but in American society. Why has it become such an acceptable thing? Why is it something to where women feel as if they do not need their men to raise their children? Then we wonder why we have such a high incarceration rate. These boys are more emotional than the women that they lay with, and it's a sad thing. So my goal is to build back families, to get marriages together, to allow young boys, young girls to not make the mistakes of the mothers and fathers in the past. I know this might have a lot of controversy to it. I know I'm gonna get a lot of backlash, but it doesn't really matter because my purpose is gonna help the bottom line for American society. And I hope a lot of others follow suit. Anyways, let's get into the video.
You got kids?
Of course.
How many you got? Why you huffing and puffing?
Because I got 6.
God damn to the left.
Why?
I mean, I ain't trying to deal with that.
You ain't got to deal with that. I take care of mine.
You got 6 kids?
Yes, and I take care of mine. You ain't got to take care of mine.
Yeah, okay, right. Yeah, I'm still good.
So to the left?
Yeah.
Tú estás loco. Por cojones.
Don't do that. Turn me on, though, kid. I ain't gonna lie. Come on, get up out of here. Get up.
No,
come on, baby.
To the right. To the right. It ain't to the left. To the right. To the right.
Security. Hey, get out. I heard about. Hey, they crazy.
Oye, puñeta, tú estás.
Mom of 7, and I'm 33.
Okay.
With being a mom of 7, do you think that a woman of multiple children is still capable of finding someone?
First, let me ask you before I make the statement. Do the kids have the same father?
Yes, they do.
Okay, well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Okay, so this is a little, hold on. We're talking about 7 children, okay? This is no offense to you because it's absolutely possible for you to find a quality man. What makes it a tad bit difficult is that you have to find a man who has the financial footing to take care of you and 7 children. And then you also have to be able to find a man who is going to be willing to come in and create structure in that household. 7 children on 1 person is a lot to create structure in. So there's a lot that this man is going to have to come in and do. On top of that, creating a secure space for you when you have to be a mother and you have to take care of the majority of the things that happen in a house. Are you going to have the ability to be able to love this man in a way that he needs to be loved, in a way that registers as love to him when you have to love 7 other individuals? You're going to need a man who can love those children as his own.
Yep.
That is a huge responsibility to put on a person who does not have those children. Those are not his kids.
Right.
But if I were you, no disrespect, I'll try to work it out with the father.
No, hear me out. Hold on.
So here we have 2 beautiful women, one with 6 kids, one with 7. And what's so odd about it is you don't see too many women with that many children with bodies like that. But here's the problem though, right? They feel as if it's so normal in our community to go out and date women like them that their options should be, I could get a rapper, a ball player, or just even the average 9-to-5 guy. Why would any man in his right mind choose to date a mom with 7 kids? It's not a wise decision. I would never recommend my son to do that. And what's so crazy is those women have sons, I bet, and they would never tell their sons to do that. So why not get back with the father of your children? You saw at the end when the lady said, is he an option? Even to get back with him, she shook her head like, nah. But why would you give him 7 kids? Why is homegirl standing up there, I guess homie was a rapper or whatever, and you're standing up there trying to find yourself dating a man with 6 kids? We're making the bullshit normal, and we really gotta stop that. This is not acceptable, and it should not be acceptable in any society. Why is it okay in our community? Because our women are out here reckless with their bodies. You blame it on men, but guess what? In every culture, every society, most men will sleep with any women that allow them to. The difference is that in those other cultures, there's structure with the women. So the women are decisive on the men that they allow inside of them. They don't just let any pookie have sex and impregnate them. In most other cultures, they require marriage. But our culture, we just require you to have a nice car, few gold chains, and after that, if you got a Big Johnson, you're good to go. You could impregnate 15 women in a month. This is crazy. This is crazy.
So look, would you date a single mother?
For sure.
Yeah. Do you think like her having kids and stuff like that, is that your responsibility? Like when you be, you know what I'm saying, when y'all become one?
I mean, if you end up getting into a relationship with her, for sure it's your responsibility because you taking on everything that come with her.
Okay.
This is movement on the internet that's trying to convince single mothers that since they had a child, they're less valuable and they should settle for bull. And let me tell you something. Just because you're a single mom don't mean you need to settle. What it means is you can't afford to settle. When it comes to your standards of how a man treats you, how a man is present for you, his consistency, because it's not just you that's going to suffer the consequences of picking poorly. So all these people that's telling you, single moms, since you have a kid, you should settle. That's the exact reason why you shouldn't, why your standards need to be firm. How somebody loves you, how somebody can be a great leader inside the household, a great role model. Those are things as a single mom, you can't afford to settle. And anybody that's telling a single mom to settle those things are on some bull. What you need to do is look them in their face and say, I'm not settling because I do have a child to look over. And it's more important than ever to be selective with who I bring into my life.
What's so crazy is all that spitting and all the exaggeration movements and all that wildness, and you still ain't say nothing, kid. Think about what you're telling women, right? You're right. No one should settle, but she shouldn't have settled for the man she had a child with, but she did. Now she's in a situation where she's asking other men to come in and be the cleanup guy for the man she shouldn't have settled for to begin with. You see, it's men like you that hurt women, and y'all push women into bad situations feeling like it's okay to be a single mom because the next man should be the cleanup guy. You're bugging. Tell your son to do that. Tell your son to build himself up. Let's start from the beginning then. Imagine your little boy, you raised him from birth, grew him up into being this strong, healthy, successful young man. And then here comes you telling him, so raise your standards, raise your bar of a man and go choose another man's family. Imagine that. I will never tell my son that. And it's men like you that hurt women every day. We seen it. You ain't nothing but Derek Jackson 2.0. You probably worse than him because you're yelling and spitting all over your microphone. This makes no sense. Yo, simps like this get me pissed off, man, because they make no sense at all. The mindset is they know women are gonna line their pockets. So they preach all the garbage so you can buy their books, you could go to their seminars, you could go watch them in the crowd and pay to see them because these jokers are not cheap. And then you go see them, you spend all your money, and now you can't even buy Pampers for your kids. Just because clowns like this try to tell you what type of man you need to look for. How about telling the women that didn't make those mistakes, do not make those mistakes, do not have children with men that are not worth it. Don't have a kid by a man that's not your husband. But nah, they would never say that though. They'll tell you, get pregnant, then go look for another man. Fuck out of here.
Jesus Christ.
What's dating like as a single mom?
Girl, terrible.
Ooh, terrible? Talk to me about it.
I won't date anyone that doesn't have a little girl.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You won't date anyone that doesn't have a daughter?
No.
All right, so what's the maximum number of kids that a man can have in order to date you?
I don't care.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Because a single dad that has multiple kids will understand the struggles of a single mom.
And that right there is bullshit too. Think about what she just said. A single dad will understand the struggles of a single mom. We are not the same. The likelihood, me as a single father, the kids is with the mom. I'm not gonna struggle to date you. I'm not gonna have a hard time to come and see you whenever I want, so long as the kids is with their mom. I could always say, I'm not with the kids this weekend, I'm gonna come and see you. I could always say the kids are sleeping at night. I'm gonna come and see you because they with their mom. I don't have to have the same struggles. So no, we don't understand. This is more of that. It's okay to be single. It's okay to go out there and date with kids, and you could do whatever you want to do, and it don't matter because there's no consequences to my action. Even for men, it's easier than it is for women. Have that conversation. It's a hard conversation, but it needs to be drilled in your heads. It's not the same thing. A single father cannot understand what a single mother go through. That's not how it's designed.
How many married women are single mothers?
I don't, but, whoa.
Get into it. Get into it. Get into
Married
it.
women are single? How does
But
that
I'll give you this explanation.
Okay.
I'm not, because me and my husband actually work together on raising our kids. But there is plenty of households where a woman is solely responsible for raising kids. And a man don't give a fuck.
And you define those women as single mothers.
A married woman that's a single mom, yeah.
It's
legally, no. But in reality, if you're a man, and I mean, your household run how your household run. But if you can't help your wife or your girl out with the kids, and you know she need a break, or I saw a video of a girl breastfeeding, and she was dozing off breastfeeding. The boyfriend was recording her. Look at you being reckless. Da, 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 da. Why wouldn't you just grab your baby? Baby, go lay down for a second. You tired?
Now I get you.
Because she's a single mom.
But you know what?
I have been a single mom for all of 2 years, and I have to say, I hate it here. I don't hate being a mom. I don't hate having kids, but I hate the fact that I only had two options. Either stay in an unhealthy, dysfunctional relationship or do it all on my own. And see, when I was a stay-at-home mom, I did the cooking, the cleaning. I was a primary person in charge of taking care of the children. And here I thought that was a totally different category than being a working mom. As a working mom, I'm literally still doing all of the same stay-at-home mom shit, just on a different schedule. But now with the added mental stress load of how do I pay every bill by myself? And that's not even the part that frustrates me. The kicker is that this is culturally normal and even embraced, that if you're a single mom, you're just gonna struggle and that's it. Like, I could be on the brink of a mental breakdown, literally underwater, telling people like, I do not know how to make this better. And someone will ask me, what's wrong? Are you okay? No, I'm not. And the response is, well, you know, it's hard out here for everybody. And I get it. We all have our challenges. We're all going through our own struggles. But why is it culturally normal for this to be the only other option? Like,
it's culturally acceptable because your grandmothers fought for the right of no fault divorce. I don't need a man. I could do what a man could do. So now y'all got to go out there and work. And if you're struggling, there's no man to pick up the slack. So guess what? At the end of the day, it is what it is for the women that choose this lifestyle. Most of y'all are choosing to be baby moms, single by choice. I hear that every day from black women. Every day, we're single by choice. Well, okay, you made your bed. It's time to get a fluffy pillow and lay in it.
So, this is just a little advice, a little tip. If you're interested in dating a single mom, you know how like a part of the courting is kind of, sometimes you'll like bring flowers, drop whatever. If you're dating a single mom, either drop off coffee, a meal that you know she wouldn't otherwise get herself, or groceries. I'm just warning you. You're gonna woo us. We're gonna be yours. So try it. Let me know how it goes.
If nobody wants to date single moms, how we all got boyfriends? Somebody is lying on this app, because I will have my daughter in my arms and I will have somebody come ask me out. And I'll just be like, oh, well, like, you know, I got a kid, right? And they're like, all right, cool. What kind of snacks you like? So somebody is lying. I need all the men that say that men don't want single moms to come forward, because y'all lying.
But I'm here stepping forward, and I'm trying to tell you that yes, men will have sex with you all day long. We'll buy your kids snacks. We'll buy Chick-fil-A. We'll buy you roses. We'll do whatever it takes to get in your drawers. But to marry you, how often are y'all actually getting married? If 1 out of 4 black women are getting married, and if single mothers are a crisis in the black community, where the majority of y'all are making the choices to be a single mom. So yeah, let's talk about who's getting married. Let's look at the numbers. Listen, my point of this is not to shame single mothers. My point of this is to bring awareness to the young women out there to stop making the same mistake over and over again. It is hurting us. It is destroying our community. Don't look at how you feel today. Look at your son and where he would be 20 years from now. Look at your daughter and where she would be 20 years from now. If you have any proof about yourself and you're like, yo, I want to change our society, it has to start with your children. It cannot start with just bad decisions and everyone not being accountable for them. I'm tired of that. Listen, I'm from New York, where New York is riddled with projects. It's all over the place. Far Rockaway, where I'm from, has projects almost feel like every 5 blocks there's another project building. And what's in it? A bunch of single mothers. Then who are their boys? It's a bunch of gangs, a bunch of little dudes out there just robbing people, beating them upside their head. And if you ask them why they're doing it, it's because they're trying to help their mother out. So it creates the son-husband cycle over and over and over again. And I'm just from one place in America. I could imagine Texas. I could imagine other places in the South, the West Coast, the Midwest. It's crazy. It's riddled with a bunch of emotional men. It's riddled with a bunch of women that's just making decisions, not thinking about it. And then it's simps and other older women that's not teaching and guiding their young. So Chicago is messed up. New York is messed up. Places in the South destroyed. Los Angeles, you could barely walk around Inglewood now. It's horrible out there. Why are we living like this? Why do we continue to make the choices to destroy our communities? We make it to where people don't even feel comfortable working with us, doing business with us. And as much as we can act like, oh, we should just do it by ourselves, it's not a reality because we live in a world with other people. So how about we fix this? Anyways, I wanted to make this video to bring awareness to it, not shame anyone, not down anyone, just really bring some serious awareness and let's have this conversation. If you're into this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Stay in tune. I'll see you in the next.